Welcome to the show. We're going to be starting off with a couple of videos that are going to be a little bit on the lighter side of things. And then we're going to get into some more serious stuff. Before we play the video though, there is some fireworks going off somewhere around me in my neighborhood. I think they've stopped, just in case you hear some funny sounds. Anyways, first few videos are going to be a little bit on the lighter side.
I want to be so filled with Jesus Christ that when a mosquito bites me, it flies away singing there's power in the blood. I want to be so filled with Jesus Christ that when a mosquito bites me, it flies away singing there's power in the blood. I want...
That is fun right there. That is something to really think about. To be so enriched with Jesus, having him enrich you with the power of his blood.
I want to be so filled with Jesus Christ that when a mosquito bites me, it flies away singing there's power in the blood.
Singing power in the blood. Well, we know there's power in the blood. But that's just a fun little short clip there I wanted to play before I got into the heavy stuff. And this is one more. This is sort of for fun. This is about the government and money. But stay tuned after we play this. If you don't like this, that's fine. We're going to get into some serious stuff. But I really like this. I want to share it with you.
Who can take your money? Who can take your money? With a twinkle in their eye.
A twinkle in their eye.
Take it all away and give it to some other guy. The government. The government can. And who can tax the sunrise? Who can tax the trees?
Who can tax the trees?
Well, let you run a business and collect up all the fees. The government. Oh, the government can.
The government can.
And the government can, 'cause they mix it up with lies and make it all taste good.
Make it all taste good.
The government takes everything we make to pay for all of their solutions. Like healthcare, climate change, pollution. Just throw away the Constitution. I wrote that, thank you. And who can give a bailout? Tell us to behave.
Tell us to behave.
And make the founding fathers roll over in their grave. I don't care if you hate me, I'm going to sing it anyway. Oh, the government can.
The government can.
And the government can. Gonna mix it up with lies and make it all yummy, 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 yummy. The government takes everything we make. They're all...
So the government takes all your money and he'll mix it with love and make it taste good. That's exactly right. Although this is a little bit of satire blended in with some reality, this is a very serious thing here. I don't know who this guy is. The top comment says it's a guy named Tim Hawkins, but I thought it was a funny little clip. So let's go ahead and let's move on to some of the more serious stuff. Over here, we have FEMA ordering boxcars of shackles and guillotines. And this is a preacher from somewhere that's going to be delivering this message. I want to go ahead and take a look here.
Name another use for a guillotine. No, you can't even think, what, watermelon cutting? What is another use for a guillotine? I saw this. Modern, it ain't the old, it's the modern guillotines. It look like a weight bench. Modern guillotines. So, now, see what I'm saying? People say, well, that don't make sense to y'all. What's that for? Because we don't know we already have the Noahide laws already passed in this nation. So what are the Noahide laws? We don't know because they passed this legislation while we was busy looking at the mass shooting. The Noahide laws state that the government can behead any person that is a Bible-believing Christian that says Jesus came in the flesh.
And why is that important? That's very important if we are in fact entering the end times. If we are at the beginning of the end times, we know by the end of the end times that is what will happen to anybody and everybody that does not take the mark of the beast. You will be discovered. You will take the mark of the beast, or you will lose your head.
Look up Noahide laws. Noahide. Noah, the man that got it from Noah. Yeah, Noahide. It was the Noahide. This is called the Noahide laws. It came from the Jews. This law is in the nation. Let's go back to the book of Revelation when it says there are those that was under the altar that had been beheaded for the testimony of Jesus Christ. Don't nobody want to talk. Nobody want to think about this stuff.
What is Grace Day? Grace Date is less a movie than it is a warning. We do not live in a dictatorship, but we do live in a police state.
Name another use for a guillotine.
Yes, we do. We are in a police state. And once they increase their hold on you through their laws that they put out, you will be outside the law eventually. You'll either conform to their immoral lifestyles that they want you to conform to, or you're going to get the guillotine. You can be a gray man, which is somebody who attempts to blend in while secretly they are trying to do something else. Generally a truth seeker of some sort, or a secret agent type person will attempt to be a gray man, and they will infiltrate something, or they're trying to stay out of something. So that's, part of the second part of this video here, this gray state, which I have not seen it, but I may have to go and take a look at it. But it's just it's depicting a little bit of a situation where being a gray man, or what a gray man's life might be like, I suppose. Anyways, let's move on to the next one here. This one is a little more hardcore. You're going to have to be strong in being a conspiracy person to fully understand this. And being a conspiracy person, what that means to me is understanding that God is real. And a conspiracy is just a label that they are going to attach to you. You're a conspiracy theorist. That's what you are. No, we are speaking the truth. If you believe the history books, then why would you not believe the original history book? Let's go ahead and have a look at this. soul transfer technology. Let's have a look here. Let's take a glimpse and see what this person has to say.
A person, can a regressive entity take over a human body? The answer to that is absolutely yes. And the process is actually very simple. They abduct someone, they bring him to death very slowly, and the moment his last breath, his essence, leaves the body, they replace it with another. Several moments later, that person, that body will rise off the table. It'll be the same physical body, but inside it has a completely different agenda, because now it's a different soul. That technology does exist. Yes, I would.
Would they have the memory of the original body?
Yes, they do. But my understanding is that there's anywhere from 3 to 7 months where there is a transition period. And generally when it happens to a major figure, they will be out of the...
So there's a transition stage. We see things like that in some of these vaccines, for example. So this guy's saying months. And then let's talk about the vax a little bit. You gotta be careful what words we use here, don't we? So I've spoken to a man who was in prison when he received it, and he said, and he showed me the paper with his card that said, if you survive 7 years, it will be out of your system. Well, what's going on during that time period? Your DNA is getting altered. So, here we have a transition stage for cloning. And they are interlinked somehow, some way, shape, or form. Let's watch a little bit more of the video and get a little more information.
of the limelight, or be very rarely seen. Okay, when that happens, because they're still adjusting. Now let's talk about...
Let's go back just a little bit here. He's talking about the transition after celebrities are cloned out. And I want to make sure you hear that part.
Transition period. And generally when it happens to a major figure, they will be out of the limelight, or be very rarely seen. Okay, when that happens, because they're still adjusting. Now let's talk about that some more.
Jamie Foxx, for example.
The word is, well, so what some people have said is, well, I saw them turn into a reptilian. I actually saw the reptilian. Now, that's probably very true. Now, that doesn't mean that they're actually a reptilian and they're just, using technology to look like a human being. It's a human body. But you got to remember something. Reptilians are not used to the extremes of emotions. They don't have emotions like we do. Okay, in fact, many of the human races out there don't have the extreme of emotions that we do. So what happens is that if there's a situation where the body gets excited because it's a human body, that's what it...
I apologize for these Halloween noises playing.
does. It's this huge antenna. When it gets excited, the reptilian soul inside doesn't know how to act. Okay? So he probably either gets frightened or he gets alarmed. And when he does that, because they're extremely powerful souls, okay, you see a projection of themselves. You see the projection of themselves in their auric field. You will see it, okay, because they're not used to the emotions. They don't know how to handle it. And that's part of the transition period. That's what I've been told. A person...
This man doesn't know the whole truth. This is what he's being told. probably by people who do know. He's been spoon-fed a spoonful of information. We know that cloning is real, 100%. It happens. They study it, they practice it. It happens. Now, we don't know to what extent cloning has impacted the world. But more than likely, we know the government holds back. They work for Satan. And it's all part of the master plan to bring destruction to all of us. And I'm not going to buy into it anymore. I haven't for a while. All these things we see on TV, even this video itself, could be some form of propaganda. Leak it into an outlet that is basically a conspiracy channel. We'll give it to this person because they won't be taken seriously, but we're going to put it out there. It's all part of mocking you, but mocking you in plain sight. So some of what he said is true. And he's either being given this information to spread fear and divide, or he's only giving you just a dash of truth. And he, like I said, may or may not even really know. But let's go ahead and move on. We're not going to focus too much on each and every video. We got lots and lots of videos to see, lots and lots of content to cover, and we don't have time to focus an hour-long video on one topic. Over here, in this video, we have a report of Epstein not being dead, that he faked his own death, and that he is still running his operations. Let's go ahead and have a look here.
Remember him? Jeffrey Epstein. Still did not kill himself. He is still alive. My strong suspicion is, yes, just that he is alive and well somewhere.
Bear in mind, this fellow right here is working for a news company. And this man right here, Jeffrey Epstein, we all know what he's guilty of with the child trafficking. But this right here, again, like the last video, this man is reading what he's told to read. He's saying it on camera, and part of it is true, and part of it's not. It's up for you to decide. He may even actually be dead. Maybe he died 20 years ago. We don't know. Okay? He could be a clone himself. But let's go ahead and watch some more of this.
That his death was faked. Try looking for the pictures of his body. All right, they actually are findable on the internet. Once you find them, this is not the picture. You'll see somebody who is not dead. Jeffrey Epstein, quick review, 2008, convicted of all kinds of sex crimes, procuring erotic massages from children. Very, very serious stuff. Epstein was a high school teacher at a prestigious prep school here in New York City. It's called the...
Look at his face here. This picture of him in high school. You know who he looks like to me? He reminds me of Andre the Giant in the face and in the hair. But especially the face. I guess I can't really remember Andre the Giant's hair exactly. Here, let me pause the video. We'll pull up a picture of Andre the Giant. Okay, I've got it pulled up here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Remember his face. Andre the Giant. Epstein. He got the same mouth, especially. The hair's a little different. But that face makes me think Andre the Giant. I'm not saying they're the same clone or anything, but what I am saying is it is kind of strange. Let's go ahead. Oh, what? Looky here. Look how I spelled his name on this chalkboard. Now, I thought his name was spelled E-P-S-T-E-I-N. But there's no E here. Epstein. Sin. Maybe it means something. I don't know. Let's go ahead and continue this video though.
Dalton School. And this is all the way back in the 1970s. He was a math and science teacher at the Dalton School, okay? Epstein did not have a college degree. Generally speaking, you need those to, be a teacher, to get a teaching certificate. And here's where it gets really weird. The man who hired him at the Dalton School, his name is Donald Barr. He is the late father of William Barr, the Attorney General. Yes, that guy. Isn't that crazy? I'm not implying there's anything... No, I'm not implying anything. I'm just pointing out that that is totally weird, and that all of these ultra-important people gravitated around Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, and now the CIA director.
So Epstein has been playing a part for a long time. All the wealthy elites surrounding themselves with Epstein. It looks to me like he was planted there in that high school to find the young children that all his buddies wanted to be with. Let us continue.
That's really crazy. And you know they like to play this video. Well, Donald Trump was associated, was friends with him as well. You got to go way back, way before any of this stuff came to light. And Donald Trump did finally get the vibe that this guy was no good, cut all ties with him years before he was arrested for these unspeakable crimes. He's almost always right. Actually, remember him? Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, there you have it. No real proof of him being dead or alive. Like I said, this is a little bit of propaganda mixed with some truth. You'll have to decide for yourself which one is which. Let's go ahead and move on here, because we don't want to spend too much time on any one video here. So here we have a nationwide blackout coming to a country near you.
Well, tonight, the nation's intelligence agencies are warning of cyber threats from Russia and are urging U.S. critical infrastructure defenses to be reinforced. As CBS's Bill Whitaker reported on Sunday night.
Did you notice something she said there? Who are we under threat of attack from? Russia. But Russia is fighting with Ukraine. But it's only because of us that that's even happening, if it's even really happening at all.
60 Minutes, it wouldn't take much to throw the entire country into darkness.
It was actually a very shocking result to us that there's very few number of substations you need to take out in the entire United States to knock out the entire grid.
Knock out the entire grid?
That's correct.
How many would it take to knock out, putting the entire country in a blackout?
Less than 20.
That report was from 2013, and it actually found the number was even lower, 9. Taking out just 9 critical substations could black out the whole country.
Well, what can the government do or anybody do about this?
Spend money.
Well, tonight, the nation's intelligence agencies are warning of cyber threats from Russia and are urging U.S. critical infrastructure defenses to be reinforced.
Well, there it is. We have to reinforce. They're going to spend more money. And they're going to do it in vain because it's not going to help us. The attack is coming one way or the other. The beast will make it through. Let's continue on. This right here, Cartoon Network. This was a commercial. Let's go ahead and have a look here. We see the satanic triangle, and there's a satanic triangle within it. Let's go ahead and give it a little look. Oh, spitting out a baby. Destroy the children. Make the child believe that it's fun. Oh, it's okay, baby. Big brother is here. Stretch and mold the child. Beat it into submission. It's all psychology. You see that? That's the programming. That's the cloning. That right there is what they want to achieve. Get rid of real people. Make them into what they want. Let's move on. We have one more video. The fireworks are going off really good right now. I apologize for that. But again, this is the last video. Satanic Walt Disney subliminal messages in movies. Secret pedophile agenda exposed. This is a part 2, which doesn't really matter as long as we've got some sort of video to look at here. It will show us some things. Let's go ahead and give a look and see what Disney is putting out there for the children.
But you didn't know that it was there, you wouldn't hear it. And The Little Mermaid has a filthy picture drawn
There's a penis
on the front of The Little Mermaid. And nobody...
See the penis right here?
...would realize it until somebody shows you. It says, look at this. And you look at it, whoa! And all throughout the movie there are scenes, I'm not even going to describe some of the scenes in the...
There's an erection on a priest.
Little Mermaid, where
their subliminal messages are coming on the screen. The other movie, Beauty and the Beast. There, a nude woman pops up a few times in the background of Beauty and the Beast, filled with subliminal messages.
Sex.
Your kids are watching it, and their mind is maybe not even seeing it, but it's going into their subconscious. Words flashing on the screen.
The all-seeing eye. Big Brother is watching. Big Brother Satan.
Over and over. sex, nudity, filth, all the smut is just coming on the screen. Oh, those movies are harmless. They're filled with subliminal messages. Who knows what your kids are being programmed? Oh, but you know what? I'm sure that it's only just the Disney movies. I'll guarantee you it's the rest of Hollywood probably doing the same thing. And these Disney movies, at first when I was a teenager and somebody showed me this, I thought it was just a couple movies, a couple scenes. But as time has gone on, I've realized that virtually every Disney movie is packed with hundreds of subliminal messages to program the minds of your children. Okay, but then forget the subliminal message. Just the message of the Disney movies is perverted. Even if you just forget the subliminal message. I mean, forget, what movies did we bring up? The Little Mermaid. A half animal, half human being. And that's perverted in and of itself. All throughout the Bible, every false god is a half animal, half human being. They're constantly merging of animals and human beings. It's paganism.
That is very true. You see all of them Egyptian people or demons, gods, whatever. They all have the animal heads. It's part of their false idols.
It's wicked. And yet every Disney movie is pretty much based on the merging
Nudity
of a human being with an animal. It's described in the Bible. And the movie The Little Mermaid, she's topless the whole time, right? She's just wearing like a bikini top. How is that? Is that how you want your daughter to dress? But there's no cussing, there's no nudity. Do you want your daughter going around in a bikini top? Is that modest apparel? Is that what Jesus Christ would have you to wear, ladies? No. The movie's filled with Satanism, witchcraft. There's Ursula, some witch that's casting spells and using sorcery and demonism. Oh, pretty innocent, right? All of them are filled with it. In the movie Beauty and the Beast, the whole first half of the movie is these prostitutes in the town that are dressed just half naked, dancing around, admiring this guy, the big, strong, handsome guy. But all these girls are dressed indecently. They're obscene in their gestures, subliminal messages, and then the whole movie is basically just exalting a certain physical standard of appearance. Beauty and the Beast is a movie about a woman who falls in love with an animal. And in the movie, they keep acting like
bestiality in your children's movies. Very subtle, but it's there.
Well, he's just ugly. He's not ugly, he's an animal. But there's a difference between being ugly and being a beast, being an animal. And if you've seen the cartoon, it's an animal. It's like a dog. It's like a big dog man. I mean, it's clearly an animal, and yet she falls in love with him while he's an animal. Only when she kisses an animal does he become a human being. Oh, wow. And you say, well, what's wrong with that? Read the Bible sometime.
Well, if the beast becomes a man, that's symbolic of a transformation of some sort. So, just like in, say, Peter Pan, how they say Peter Pan was actually the bad guy. It's all reverse psychology of some sort to get in your mind. Walt Disney here. Here he is.
Hey guys, it's Jared. I pray this video shed light on the satanic, Luciferian, Illuminati indoctrination of our children through subliminal messages in Disney movies. I understand that you may not believe this, but when you look into who's making these movies and you see the fruits of their labor, it all makes sense. Walt Disney was a Freemason obsessed with the occult and used his movies and his theme parks as a tool to indoctrinate the public into his beliefs. Club 33 in the Disneyland parks is symbolic of the 33rd degree of Masonry. This symbolism is also put into the Disney movies. In the Dumbo movie, after getting drunk, Dumbo and the rat have lucid dreams that contain satanic, Luciferian, and Illuminati symbolism. Disney also displays its corrupt satanic agenda through programming of their idols. They introduce innocent stars that slip under parents' radar and build up a fan base. As the idols get older, they corrupt them and send them on a crash course in a dragnet plot to drag some of their fans down with them. Examples of this are Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera. I know the 666 in the Disney name is hard for some people to accept, but it is not Walt Disney's signature, as many believe. It is a made logo, and even as a kid, I remember thinking...
That is a good one right there. Spaced out just right, but it's close enough. It's close enough that you can see it.
The logo looked odd. That didn't look like any D I had ever seen. The Y doesn't even look like a Y. And the squiggly above the I are all part of the hidden mark of the beast symbolism. Think about it. This mark is on everything Disney, and as if to affirm its importance and the mark of the beast promotion, on many Disney stores, Mickey's head is made with the same 666. If you still think it's a stretch, then you're probably comfortable with the hand scanning technology they are implementing for VIPs to enter their park and access their rooms. It is a forerunner for the RFID, Mark of the Beast technology. They are getting the people ready. All these plots are satanic in nature. If you understand the Masons, Illuminati, and the times that we're living in, it should all be out.
But you didn't know that it was there. You wouldn't.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for tuning into this video, and I would like to invite you all to invite Jesus Christ into your hearts. Confess your sins. Confess that you are a sinner. Invite him in and refer back to the very first video here. Let's watch this one more time.
I want to be so filled with Jesus Christ that when a mosquito bites me, it flies away singing there's power in the blood.
Be so filled with the blood of Jesus that the mosquito changes its way. Meaning, all things, all people that come around you walk away with Christ themselves. Be fishers of men. You can certainly make your own videos as well. It doesn't take a lot to make some sort of video. If you don't want to be a street preacher, I know I don't want to be a street preacher. That is not something that I feel called to do. But I do feel a calling to do this. It's certainly a change from the content I used to make. And I'm glad I made it. Again, invite Christ into your life. Walk with him daily. Be strong. I hope that God blesses each and every one of you every single day. Until the next video, God bless you, and all glory to Christ.